Now, for me, when I think Ping crossover, I think numerous different identities of hybrids and driving irons. It's not very often that I say a brand has absolutely nailed it, but Ping have absolutely nailed it. And let's do it now. New camera again, hand. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the channel. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel if you're not new to the channel. But guys, if you are new to this very YouTube channel, please take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button below and also leave us a like if you do enjoy this video on the brand new Ping crossover driving iron. Also get in the comments below guys, because it's imperative to me that you are a part of my videos. Have you ever and will you ever use a driving iron, Ping or not? And you see, having reviewed the last couple of Ping crossover driving irons, it's not something I was overly excited to do this year. So much so, I've put it off a little bit. I've been testing other clubs, I've been testing drivers, hybrids, fairway woods, even putters and wedges, before taking a look at this bad boy, the 2021 Ping crossover. Now I've got this in a 2 iron, as you can see there, denoted by the 2 on the iron. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a little bit of a warm up with it already, and you can kind of tell. Right, this is only the second shot in, this is the warm-up, and I'm just going to show you this because this could end up going rather well. Yeah, you can tell how that went. I should also say as well, if it looks like I'm dressed for winter today, that's because I very much am. Yeah, that's snow in April. Brilliant. Yeah, this video wasn't filmed back in January or February. We are filming it Masters Week and it's snowing outside. Fantastic. Right, first shot on camera with the Ping crossover 2 iron. And I have absolutely pummeled that one. I didn't expect that to go that well, to be brutally honest. So for me, how far should a 2 iron go? So my 3 wood goes around 250 yards, maybe 255, maybe even 260 if I've had my Weetabix. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way, but Weetabix, if you want to get in on the action. I haven't had Weetabix in years actually, so that would be a lie. But, so how far should a driving iron go, a 2 iron replacement go? About 230, 231? 231, we'd take it. So that one was spinning at 2,780 as well, which is quite a nice number. You do want a fairly low spin, I think, with a driving iron, so you can play those stinger shots. You can maybe get it high and floaty if you want, but you can also work the ball right to left to right, all the different shots you potentially would want to play with such an iron. So I'm really excited about testing this. We are going to go into some of the tech that goes into this Ping crossover, but first of all, I want to talk to you about something which I think is maybe more important than tech. Beauty. Because this is a black beauty. That was a horse actually, was it? It was a horse. I've nailed it again. And you see, for me, they've made this look more like the Ping G7, G710. You can certainly see a resemblance here between the crossover and the G710. And I don't mind that. Whenever I've done high handicap iron reviews, forgiving iron reviews, even mid handicap iron reviews, the Ping G710 iron has always come up, mainly because of its wonderful black finish, which I absolutely adore. So you see, for me, putting that finish onto the crossover iron, not much loft on there to get it on the mat, is a stroke of absolute genius. Look down at it, and even though it is still quite big, it does still have loads of technology in there, and there's still a little bit of offset, which some golfers won't particularly like. But giving it that wonderful black finish just makes it look that little bit sleeker, as I said in the reviews of the G710 irons. So as I look down at this, I don't think, oh, this is a real big, clunky, horrible looking driving iron. It actually looks a little bit sleeker, a little bit smaller, a little bit more like what someone who's going to actually be buying a driving iron would want. Because there's not many people who want to buy a driving iron who want loads of forgiveness. Apart from this is where you get it, but you know what I mean. I must say, with these first 2 shots so far, I must say, I haven't really needed the forgiveness, but I'm sure that'll be coming. It's another one. The spin was up on that, but you're taking it off the tee all day. And you see guys, often when I do these club reviews, I make sure that I get my tech correct by visiting the club's actual websites. And I had to laugh at this one. The G425 Crossover says that it goes fast, it flies high, and it stops close. And I think that's, I mean, it's very to the point, isn't it? But if we do look at the tech that goes into this club, we have the tungsten weighting in the toe, we have the miraging steel face, and we have, we can zoom that out now, I'm still learning with this to be fair, and we have gapping efficiency, which Ping say is basically long iron performance with that extra bit of forgiveness, which is again what most people will be wanting out of these clubs, as long as you've got the versatility to go with it. So before we test versatility, let's hit a couple more shots and see how it performs. You see, that's just an absolute beast. In fact, that's the title. Ping have made an absolute beast. And you know what? I certainly think that it's gonna not only draw in the Ping fans, because I always think of Ping being a very, very special golf brand in that you can be brand loyal to Taylormade, you can be brand loyal to Titleist, you can be brand loyal to Callaway, Mizuno, Strixon, Cleveland, all the rest. But the guys who are brand loyal to Ping are next level brand loyal. So you're always gonna get them particularly. But I think this might tempt a few people out of the TMB irons, out of the P790 UDi irons, and even out of the Apex utility irons as well, because I don't know if it's the black finish, but it looks so good down at the ball, as you can see here. Like, it looks way better, especially than last year's model. And I haven't actually hit a real bad one yet, so... No, again. It's gone right, but I don't really mind. Okay, that was a bad one. Hands up, that ruined the dispersion. Why say it? Why even say it? Oh, I don't know. Right, a couple more then, let's see how far this beast has gone. I should say as well that I do have this in the stock Alta CB 70 gram stiff shaft, but you can also get it in a Rogue hybrid shaft and a Tensai hybrid shaft for a bit of an upcharge. So whether or not you go and get fitted for that, I think you probably would do. We also have, as most Ping clubs, no, as all Ping clubs have now, the old Arcos system in the end of the grip, which is very, 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 very helpful for most golfers. That top line looks so much thinner than last year's, it really does. See, that was the first, yeah, that was a Damien, that one. That was a tired swing. Didn't get away with that either. So earlier on I mentioned about the tungsten weighting in this club. So what we have a tungsten weight in the toe and a tungsten weight in the hosel to increase MOI by 6.5%, which doesn't sound a lot, but it is. And I also mentioned about the miraging steel face. Now that's not the only technology in the club head. So behind the miraging steel face is a new head geometry, which basically means it can alter the CG to give you much higher flying golf shots, which again, as long as it's versatile, most golfers would want. Speaking of versatile, what about a stinger? Let's see if we can get a good 220 yard stinger out there with this. Right, okay, it's good, we know it's good. 220 yard stinger, 218 yards, straight down there. Wonderful. And you see, I find that mega interesting because this is exactly how I would be using this club. Very rarely would I try and hit this club high. I wouldn't necessarily want that high flying, easy stopping ball fly, which Ping are saying this club is about. And I think a lot of people would be in my corner with that. But the fact that I can hit that shot there, I'll show it you again because I'm quite proud of that after the last shot. But the fact that I can hit that shot there fills me with confidence that I think these clubs will go down well, especially now we're back here golfing in the UK and people are testing new clubs. Speaking of high flying, oh, he's so good. Like, so good. I know I've come in and shown you a lot of the shots today. I don't normally do that, but that's an iron. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean. So we've just gone from hitting a Tiger Woods style stinger, not sure I can really say that this week, it was a stinger, it was a low golf shot is what we'll say, to then a lovely high flying draw with the same club within 2 swings. Let's finish it off and let's see if we can hit a left to right shot and a right to left shot, and if we can, this club's basically the perfect driving iron. And I don't say that very often about any clubs. So we'll start left to right. That was really bottomy. I mean, it's coming back. It wasn't a good strike. We've gotten away with it a little bit. It's the shape we wanted. If you're in the trees and you're trying to play it out there under a tree, then the shape's the main thing, the distance is the second thing. Now let's try and match that, and let's go. We know I can hit it left, but the key with a right to left shot for me is starting it right, so it can come back to the left, which sounds simple, but it's not, I promise. Right, out of the trees and scuttle it down the fairway. Nah, you see, I got it moving, I just started it on target. So it's not the perfect club, and if you believe that, you believe anything, because that wasn't the club, that was me. But guys, that's 10 very different shots hit with the Ping G425 Crossover. How's it performed? Let's take a look. So dispersion, now I've thrown you all off the scent a little bit there because I played, one of them was a left to right shot, this last one was supposed to be a right to left shot. And I think realistically there, I've only hit 2 bad shots. There was the one that went out to the right, I just left the face open a little bit too much there, and there was one that was maybe a 4 left. I don't think it was, it definitely wasn't, but I'm quite happy with all of those. Bearing in mind we've tried to play around with the trajectory as well. That's something which, if you are testing a club like this, I highly recommend you test the versatility as well. Don't stand there, try playing your stock shot 10-15 times. Yeah, the shaft's right, the line angle's right, the grip's right, let's go with it. Make sure you can use it as you would use it out on the golf course. If you would just use it off the tee, then that's fine, but just make sure you are testing it for how you would want to use it and not just hitting it as far as you can. Speaking of hitting as far as you can, how far did it go? Let's take a look. So on average with those shots, we have an average of 223 carry, 227 total, club head speed of 94.2, a ball speed 135.9, spin rate of 2,792. Now that for me does actually make for quite pleasant reading because we had a full-on duff in there, we had a bit of a slice in there, and then we had the versatile shots. We were trying to play them down, up, right to left, left to right. So for me, if I can hit this club around 235, if I just try and absolutely nuke it at a flag or even down a fairway, I'm quite happy with it. Remember, you have to get the gap in right with these. You can't just think, I want it to go as far as you can. You could put a long shaft in one of these. You could knock the loft down on one of these. You could make an absolute, I mean, it's already a beast. You could make a beast. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. A beauty and the beast. Wow. I can't wait for it to stop snowing now. But for me, guys, if you are in the market for a driving iron, make sure you check this one out. I've always thought that Ping crossovers felt really firm off the face. This still feels firm. I don't think it's going to disappoint the Ping fans out there. And I've never got on with them because they felt so firm. But then I speak to people who play Ping golf clubs and you guys say, well, I want it to feel firm. That's exactly how I like them. I like that my irons feel a little bit firmer. I like that the driver sounds like it sounds. I like that the crossover feels that bit harder off the face. So if Ping then start making a really soft, cushiony iron, they're going to let down all the Ping fans out there that want it feeling firmer. So I don't blame them for doing what they've done. And actually, I think it's more middle ground. So I'm quite happy with that. Guys, that is my review of the Ping G425 Crossover. And I absolutely love it. So much so, I haven't had a Ping club in the bag for a very, very, very long time. And if I wasn't going to put a hybrid in the bag this year instead of a driving iron, if I go driving iron, it might well be that. That's what I'll say. Guys, smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment below, would you and do you use a driving iron? Apart from that, I really look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye.